Hi guys, welcome to the first day of the Site Builder Tour. In this day I wanted to make the video short because you've probably been through, before you get this email, the videos were quite long going on about the Site Builder service and what you get. I've also put a link going through to the page where you can book your spot as well. And I wanted to make this a short video as a sort of introduction, tell you what we're going to go through very simply without beating around the bush. What we're going to do is look at a site, not necessarily this example site, but we're going to go into all the SEO, how the content's written, what works, what doesn't. But I hope to do it in a way that this stuff makes sense, and more than that, that you actually take action on this stuff. So even if you don't buy sites from me, I want you to take action on this stuff because it works. And it's really as simple and as plain as that. And also the other thing that you'll get from it, as mentioned in sort of the intro videos, is that you'll have a system that works for any site. And some of you may remember it was a long video, but I sort of said to, if you sort of doubt this stuff, whether the sites work or not, go to Flippa, which is like eBay, but just for websites, so you can sell websites on it. And have a look, type in Amazon sites or Amazon as a keyword, and have a look and pick out sites that are specifically Amazon affiliate sites, or have a look at any site and you'll see the sort of sites that sell. And one thing that you will see is that most sites that actually sell, unless they're starter sites, meaning they haven't got any earnings, which they do have value if you sell starter sites, but where the real money is getting a site up and out there, getting some sales, and then building it up so you've got sort of like a property. It keeps making you income because it's ranking and keeps making you income. Or the other plan that you can do is sell them on Flippa, and then the benefit of that is you lose the site, which isn't the benefit, but you get the lump sum. So and you could do a hybrid of the two, or one or the other. But my point is this: if you have a look at the sites that are selling for good money on Flippa, you won't normally see these push button things. You just won't, because people spending money on sites want sites that are making money, that are unique, that have got good content, that are well built, that have got SEO. They know what they're looking for if you're if you're buying a website. So I wanted to, as I said in the first video, I want to show you now Flippa and go through it with you. If you didn't actually do that, I want to show you just a few sites that I quickly looked and picked out. They're not the best sites, but the reason I picked them out quickly is because I want to show you that sites like this work. So without further ado, let's have a quick look. You can see here, this is just one I picked out. Now, bear in mind, this has still got 6 days left, and you normally find that the bidding amount goes mad, like, say when this is, I'll actually do a refresher for you, because as we're going through the 5-day the 5-day course, I'll actually come back to this listing and show you. But 6 days, it's still got a long time to go. Most people make the mistake on Flippa of putting their sites on for 30 days, when in actual fact, if it's a site that you're looking to sell that's got value, that's making money, it will sell in 10 days. That's what I recommend. But 7 days is fine, and this has still got most of the week left. But you can see it's had one bid already. And I'm going to show you this site and just show you how it's built. And firstly though, let's have a look at the good stuff. This is just a listing I picked out. Best treadmills 2016. This is actually using a technique that I suggested in a YouTube video, sticking 2016 on the end, and it's working. There you go. Affiliate site which has generated $452 in the last 30 days. There you go. That's one site. Now for the site builder service, you are paying, I think it works out something like $139 for a 7-page site. And this site I'm going to show you is made $452 in the last 30 days. And if you further doubt it, build the sites and actually see for yourself that it works. But I'll just scroll down and show you. You can see the traffic. There we go. October the 15th, November the 15th, December the 15th, and January the 16th. You can see the traffic going up quite a lot there. page views. And of course it will go up in January because of the niche. You need to know a bit about niche picking, obviously, with it being treadmills and people looking to get fit in the new year. That's always a good one. Organic search page views, 84%. There you go. It works. SEO. I'll show you the site and I'll show you that they're not doing anything miraculous. But, and it's stuff that we'll actually be covering in this course because to give you an overview of how the sites are built, but you also see that they're not push button system sites, they're not scraped content. You could see here the earnings. So November they made $73 profit. December they made $129 profit. And the site was built in November. January, they've done $452 last month. And we'll come back to this listing and we'll see it will sell for a good amount. As long as this is real stuff, as long as this is real. But I've no reason to think that it's not because it's just the way it works. And I'll just show you the site. There it is. So all he's got on this site is a nice looking site, but it's not a push button one. And what I mean by that is the content. Look at the content. It's not the best content. Let me compare it. There's my site, just with good content, okay? And here's this guy's site, just with good content, headers, links going through to relevant content. In fact, he's put a link here that just goes straight through to Amazon. What I would do is actually link to a page of that review. But there you go, different ways. So even if you do things a little bit different, here's an authority link. Lifespan Fitness, that's a good idea. That's something that I mentioned in the course. He's linked through to the manufacturer's site. Authority link, you remember in the intro video showing you the Wikipedia links. Got a YouTube video there, that's something I suggest in the course. And I'm not saying this guy's following my course. I'm saying that he's got a good site and it's set up and it's giving in the results. I want to show you that not just with, showing my examples and sort of going, look, I'm showing you sites that are actually, 1, selling on Flipper, 2, ranking in the search engines, and 3, just showing you that this stuff works. Even if you don't buy sites off me, do this stuff. Go and actually do it and get domain names and actually work. It's hard work. There's no way around the hard work. But I'm trying to show you that this works. I've got another site to show you. But you could see, look, it's good content, don't get me wrong. YouTube videos. Going straight through. Let's have another look at another page. He's got a comparison chart there, which won't do a huge amount for SEO, but it's just there. Nothing wrong with having it. Best treadmill workouts. Trying to get picked up on key phrases here. In fact, he probably will be if he's getting that much traffic. And you can see here, most of the people, there you go, not even the best content. Most of the people don't come close to maximize their workouts while running on the treadmill. Treadmill is not only for running. But the latest advanced treadmills have a lot of pre-installed programs to provide the best out of it. That's not the best written content. But it's ranking. It's making sales. You can see that, proof of it. So even if you're not the best writer, I am nowhere near the best writer. If your content's absolutely shocking, obviously it does need to be of a quality, but content is not the main thing in terms of having a grammatically correct article. It's just does it answer the questions? Can you read it? Can you understand it? Does it give people what they want? And look at this. So there's a link there, but the latest advanced treadmills, and that goes back to the homepage. This is exactly like I explained in the course, and I'm going to show you another site now that is, I don't know whether they're following the course or not, A's on Kickstart, but it is pretty much set up exactly how I would, and I'll show you the site. So compare that, with my site working exactly the same. Look how much money it's bringing in. So there you go, 452. What's that? 452, 552, about almost $700 just from a site set up in the last 3 months. $700. And right now you can get the sites. It works out $140 a site. But it is the final time I'm doing this. I'll talk about that in just a minute. But let me show you another one. This is another one I picked out. This has got 14 days left and it's already at $600. It's had 4 bids and it is getting 1,639 uniques a month. And making $530 a month with Amazon and AdSense. So you could add AdSense in there. It's not something I do. I like to keep sites just for one. So whether it's Amazon, AdSense or ClickBank, I don't tend to merge them. But people have had success with it, and you could do. But look at the traffic. Look, because like I say, that's what I normally find. AdSense revenue $5. There's no point in having it on there, in my opinion. But it's making good sales on Amazon. You can see the traffic here. Look at the traffic go up. January 2015, February 2015. Look how it goes. Uniques 452, 704, 847, 1,311. I won't read it out. You can see it. But that is the consistency of like building the site up. Look at that. Page views, and you can see it go up. And look how much money he's making. Organic search, again, I want to stress this. You know, we're talking about getting ranked in the search engines. It is possible, and it does make money. 88% of his traffic is coming from organic search. And there's the different countries it's coming from, the majority from the United States. Financials, here we go. Look at this. Last 12 months. So your sites can start off, look, I mean, minus $10. I don't know how he's got a minus there. Maybe like a refund from Amazon. Oh no, it's just a defaulting at minus. But you could see he worked on the sites, and then the first month of AdSense revenue, $3.48, $5.37, $47 with. It's got two on here. It's got AdSense and Amazon, and you can see here starts going up, went down a bit there, and then shot up here. $159, and that's what you get with the sites. You'll quite commonly find, I won't make the video too long, and I'll show you this site, but you'll quite commonly find your sites hit a breaking point. When you've got 5, 10 sites out there, or even 3 sites, you'll find that some do better than others, and then you just work on the ones that are doing well, build them up, either to sell them on Flipper or to build them up. So you've got this income. He could have quite easily kept this site and just kept, look, $531. If you had 10 sites working for you, bringing in $500 a month, there you go. And it's just a case of getting them up there and out there. And some will do good, some will do bad. It's the case of just going on, and then when you get the winners, concentrating on the winners. But you can see here, December, $531, $148, $99, $159, and these months are fairly low. But I'll show you the look at this. This site gets the majority of its traffic from organic search, mostly Google. It ranks on the first page of Google for these GoPro reviews 2015, GoPro reviews 2016. Look at all that. So you can see it works. I'll show you the actual site. Look, I mean, what does that look like? That looks like the sites I used to build with Thesis on the very first Azon Kickstart. I use the Genesis theme now. But this looks like it's using the Thesis theme. But the theme doesn't matter as long as it's clean, and you'll find that the Thesis and the Genesis theme are really clean. Look at the content though. It's just good content. No push button stuff. Thought about content. Look at the way the links work. Here we go. This guy, I don't know whether this is the case, but I think this guy is following Azon Kickstart because he's got it set up exactly. Look. This model will huge leap forward with the previous GoPro cameras, and that links through to a review, that links through to the Amazon listing, that links through to a review, that links through to the Amazon listing. So he's got them all set out. There we go, Amazon, review, going down all his reviews, and then you've got GoPro cameras. Running a bit slow on mine, but it might be my computer. But you can see the site's set up. Oh, here we go. GoPro review. He's actually, I wouldn't do it like this, but this is a really good example as well because he's got it set up in a post format. Post pages, it doesn't matter too much as long as the content is relevant, the content's good, and it's all linked together. He's linked through to the cat. All he's done here, and you can do it like that, is because he's got a lot of content. He's linked the menu system going through to the categories, which is fine. But you can see here that I'm not wanting you to focus on the setup of the site. In fact, that's a plugin that I recommend in the A's on Kickstart course. Hats off to this guy if he's following A's on Kickstart, because he's done it, got the site out there, and it's making money. You know, you see here it goes link back to the home page. He's got a link going through to other products on the site. He's got a link going through to Amazon. He's got a plugin here and it goes through to Amazon, just a call to action. That's actually done with the thesis. You can code it in to make it look like that. Really, really good site. I just wanted to show you 2 sites picked out at random. They're Amazon sites, but they're picked out at random on Flippa to show you this stuff works. It really works. All you need is to work hard and literally go for it, and you can have, this time in a few months, literally with the site builder offer. I've put a link to this page. It's just the more official page. When you signed up for this course, you were offered the site builder, but this is like the official page with the timer. It is the final time I'm doing it. After 10 days, this page does come down, genuinely. In fact, let me just see. Here we go. Just wanted to show you this. It's over. It's not a very nice page. It's not a brilliant page, but you'll get, once that timer hits 0, that timer will give 10 days for everyone, depending on the time that you view the site for the first time. But once it's over, you'll get this page. It's over. The 10-day promotion has ended. Unfortunately, the promotion is now over. Thank you so much for interest in the site builder, but that really was a 10-day promotion only. There will, of course, be more promotions along the way. See, even my content's not brilliant, but you can get the gist. And I would love to work with you in the future. Let me know if you need anything. Send an email to cljpublishing@gmail.com. And that is as soon as it's not, I can't stress enough, it's not one of those timers that once it hits 0, the page sort of stays up. It will just, if you try and get to this page once that timer hits 0, it will just go through to that page. So do take advantage of this. If you know you're not going to build the sites, if you want to get all of these bonuses as well in with your sites, it's the final time I'm doing it. I can't stress that enough. And then things are changing for 2016. If you want to get 7 pages, even the sites I've just shown you, like this GoPro one, it's got a, look, let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. He's got 9 reviews on there, okay? And he's got more than that, because he's got accessory reviews and he's got GoPro videos. But the main content he's got here is like 9 camera reviews and then the best GoPro cameras. And he's making, scroll down, the site is made $531 in December. It's making money. It's gone down in January. It's making money, but look at that. Add all them up, and that site is. This is the other cool thing about Flippa. You can quite commonly sell the site for 5 times the monthly income would be very, very low. You can quite commonly sell it for 10 to 12 times, depending on the age of the site. And you can see that he's already got $600 for the site, and he's got 14 days left. So even though he's selling the site, or he could build it up, but you're getting, with your sites, a pick of either 3 sites, 5 sites, or 10 sites, and 7 pages per site of 1,000 words per page, and all of these bonuses. But it is truly the final time that I'm doing it. Because it's 1, too much work for me. 2, it's taking a long time to get that amount of content out there. If you can imagine writing 1,000 words and then doing it 7 times 10, 70, like 70 articles, 1,000 words. It's a huge amount of content. And I'm changing things up so I can work with a smaller group of people that really want to make this happen and spend more time on their specific sites. So if you want sites built for you, this is the final time. You've seen that it works. You've seen my site that's bringing in sales, albeit a tiny bit of content, 1, 2, 3 product reviews, and you can see it ranking. grab the sites if you're not going to build them yourself, or if you're going to build them, get building them because it works. And let me know if you need anything. And I shall see you tomorrow. I'm going to go straight into the stuff tomorrow and show you inside the site and how it works and give you some tips. And I'll even give you some niches to get started if you're going to build them. But if you want to take advantage of this offer, I'd love to have you, and I'd love to send you all of these bonuses, which I will send straight away with your niches. So you get your site niches and we can get started straight away. Let's hit 2016. Let's hit the ground running. Grab your sites and I will speak to you today, or I shall see you tomorrow. Cheers, guys.